Talk about me. Yeah, Fruit Booty Buttons. They know who I'm talking about. Fruit Booty Buttons. That motherfucker, I think he said I was a bitch nigga or something. Yeah, I'll be a bitch nigga online. Online, I'm a bitch nigga. Man to man, I ain't no homie. But man to man, you a serial woman beater. Everybody do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up. You and your crew talk about that since y'all need subject matter, because y'all admit y'all watch me. I don't watch y'all.
If you let your girl hit you with a strap, then you got the right to hit her back.
You stupid. That's why, Craig, you my lifesaver, dog. You come with it. You come with it on the real.
No, this ain't about fighting. This about jokes. I hope they respond, because if we can do
They ain't gonna respond, because they know I know he's switch hitting. He know I know. I've been said that's backdooria over there. I've been said that's backdooria over.
What's good, y'all, man? I know, listen, I've been away. I caught the flu. It was bad. It's bad. And it's bad because I'm in California. I don't know how I caught that motherfucker. I'm going to say it's because of a certain shot I took during 2020, because your boy don't catch. We don't get the flu. But anyway, I'm back. Corey Holcomb and all the Corey Holcomb fans, bro. This video is not going to be in your favor. It's going to be bad. Joe Budden's going to, it's going to crash out a little bit on you. But I got something else that came from Corey Holcomb's mouth. He says about women underage, right? That's going to turn your stomach, right? It's going to turn your stomach. I had to stop it multiple times because I couldn't believe he said this out of his mouth. But anyway, let's get to Joe Budden's roasting this nigga.
Over there.
Well, if they backdoor, they brave for sitting on them white couches.
That's right.
Shout out to you loser siblings out there, man. While I'm on the topic of losers, I went home the other day and saw that Corey Holcomb still had my name in his mouth. I'm really so confused about that with all the controversy he's been caught up in lately. Corey Holcomb, you don't fight well enough to do this with me. Like, we have video with you. You're not smart enough, strong enough, big enough, fast enough to do none of this you talking about with me. We saw you with the homie Anton. He asked you to walk outside, and you remained stationary, Corey Holcomb. Please keep my name out of your mouth, and don't take anything I'm saying as like a threat to you. I wouldn't plan on doing nothing when I see you. Actually, if I saw you and we were breathing the same airspace, I would take it as a threat to me, a threat from God, a threat from life, that we even in the same circumference, nigga. Corey Holcomb, your fall from disgrace has been one that should be studied, from kind of funny to kind of bummy to I'm just the dummy. You over there struggling. You look a sandwich away from welfare, you dusty dog face looking mother boy. Corey Holcomb, I can't believe that you are engaging this way when you fight that way. Honestly, it's over. You over there just lonely and poor. Your co-host look bad. Not the woman. I'm not talking about her. Everything over there look bad. I know you down bad because you on a Costco table podding in front of a fake plant that appears to be dying. You failed at fatherhood. You hate
Yo. Oh shit. Hold on. I didn't know he had these. I didn't know he was this funny. I don't watch Joe Budden at all, so this is crazy. I didn't know he was this funny.
Yourself, you hate your daughter hates you, you failed at fatherhood, finances, you failed at funny, your pod sucks, you failed at fodder, you just a failure all around the board. And don't forget the original point, you don't fight well enough to do none of this with nobody. So prayers up to Corey Holcomb.
Oh, yo, that was funny. That was I didn't know he was this funny. I'm not a Joe Budden fan, so I didn't know he's funny. All right. 5150 fans. This is where it gets spooky for y'all, because Corey Holcomb has been talking for a very long time, and people don't know to talk on internet right? This is why I love podcasting, is because the weirdos and the losers and the lames expose themselves. We don't have no one has to really do a lot of research because these guys say this shit themselves, right? Shout out to Poetic Flacco, right? He is a Corey Holcomb fan, and so he got this disturbing information from Corey Holcomb's own mouth.
Image is self-inflicted. They're just using Corey's own admissions against them. I don't know what Corey was thinking coming on the podcast and admitting to certain things he admitted to, but now the world is watching.
When I was in Iceland, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before.
I'm gonna stop it right there. I am so glad people are podcasting. This is a good thing, y'all. This is a good thing that he said that out loud, right? Let you know, right, what type of weirdos exist that are popular. And so you can not support these niggas. Because I don't know how you can support a dude that talks like this. I don't know how you can watch his content, 5150 fans. This is weird. This is weird. This is, dare I say it, Epstein-esque a little bit, maybe a lot of it.
On the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb knowing the age of consent in various countries. Any man even having access to that information makes me feel icky. But yet alone a 60-year-old, that's nasty, bro. Second red flag was him saying, I've said this before. So this is an opinion that he has really thought about, sat with, and dissected, and he still didn't see anything wrong with him saying this.
Right.
Well,
At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental wise to create a life.
He's saying this. This is not AI. I know 5150 fans, this is not AI. This is not AI, bro. This is this is how he thinks. You should be happy, praising whoever God you pray to that you have this information, right? Now, if you still support the nigga, then that says a lot about you as a man and a woman, right? And I know we have a lot of child touchers out there, right? And so if you watch him, you probably are into touching children too. You know what I'm saying? But this is, I don't know, man. It get worse too. It don't get better. It get worse from here.
Corey have talked about this at length before, so every word he says is intentional. When he says they are in their prime to conceive, you don't have to ask Corey, who are they conceiving with? Who are they having a baby with? Only grown men are in a position to take care of a family and lead a household. So this is him advocating for them to have babies with grown men. But what are we doing here, man?
But you're taught in America something different.
Those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs. They got
Craig, no. Craig, man, dude. And there's a reason why Corey Holcomb can say stuff like that, because he got a whole bunch of losers around him too, dog. You like, what type of loser? Like, don't play into that. I could listen. Well, already you can, if you were a real dude, you could sniff out a weirdo like Corey Holcomb already. But dude, what type of weird? Like, that's not funny. There's nothing funny about this subject matter at all. There's no way you can make. As someone that is a stand-up comedy lover like me, I love stand-up comedy. There's nothing funny about interacting with children like that. There's nothing funny. There's nothing funny that can come from that. It's not funny. It's weird.
a bounce back.
Craig Smith is almost 50. Corey Holcomb is almost 60.
Disgusting.
And they're sitting on a podcast talking about how 14-year-olds have bounced back. Yo, come on, bro. Like, yo, that's absurd. Now, to make things worse, Corey Holcomb went on another podcast and he admitted to testing out the young women in Iceland. Now, the same young women that he claims, were 13, 14 and ready to conceive.
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal.
He's trying to get extradited.
He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
This dude crazy. I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God. I hope you ate before you listened to this. I did. Because I've lost my appetite. I've lost my appetite. I cannot eat after this, bro. Man. You know what makes it worse? I'm just going to say it out loud. The fact that he's black makes it worse. It makes it worse. It does. Sorry, it makes it worse. Like in our hills, let's keep it real. You see an old, creepy white man that's a billionaire, right? Some people say the president. Cool. We can say the president. We can say definitely Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton was there. That's the non-negotiable. He was there. But you see it, old white creepy man, and you're like, okay, it's messed up, but still, a fact that he's a black man makes this so much worse. God, oh my God.
I had a great time in Iceland.
Wait, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go.
The age of consent in Iceland is 13. Did you take advantage of the laws in Iceland? Man, I had a great time in Iceland. You just can't give them gifts afterwards. After you're done with them. You can't give him gifts because that will count as trafficking. So he full on admitted that he did what he did in Iceland. Full on admitted to it. Now, a lot of people point to, Corey Holcomb is joking. He's making a joke. But at what point do you teeter the line so much that we got to say, I don't know, bro. I don't know, son. Even how Corey Holcomb talk about young women is disturbing. There was a story on the Corey Holcomb podcast he told about, I think.
All right. Let's just take a break real fast, because people, it does not get better. Okay. Like, imagine your disgust level, right? Imagine where it's at right now, right? You're probably like throwing up in your mouth a little bit, right? By the time you finish this video, whatever you ate is going to be on the ground. You're going to be completely empty, because it gets worse. Shout out to Poetic Flacco for being a Corey Holcomb fan to finding this out, because this is some deep stuff. It's deep.
I think like a 5-year-old. Right? And this story makes me uncomfortable to this day.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with it. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I said, that
5150 fans. This is your king, right? This is your king. You nasty losers. You guys are losers if you like this shit. I'm calling, listen, I know they're gonna jump into the comments and defend this nigga because they did last time. You can't defend this. There's listen. Next to the R word, right? We all know what the R word is. This is like, you should be like beheaded. You know what I'm saying? You should be beheaded. Like, this is the worst thing you can do to any person is touch chip. Like, I would prefer him to talk about, murder. I'd rather him talk about that. We can deal with that. him seeing children this way should bother you. It should bother, especially if you have kids, it should bother you. The way he sees kids is not peculiar. It's not like he wanted to be on an island, right, with certain rich white people. It's just what it sounds like to me.
That's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just, it had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee. And she was like, I said, that's a little, it's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day.
You want to go back and ask about the little girl, Corey Holcomb? Is that what you want to do? You want to ask about her? 5150 fans, y'all got some explaining to do. Boy, this is nasty work. This is nasty work, bro. I know you're going to come up with some way to defend it. He's a comedian. He's making jokes. This is not comedy, bro. This is his fetish. This is a fetish. This is a fetish. You know, some people, you know, they like things that us normal people don't like. And Corey Holcomb's a part of that world, you know. He's a part of that world where he doesn't see anything wrong with this content at all. The fact, listen, people don't understand about being a comedian, right? Your mind has to work a certain type of way, right? And so you see the world, and then you see things in the world, and you make the funny out of things, right? Because you literally program your mind to see funny in things. But there's nothing funny about this subject matter. There's nothing funny about the R word. There's nothing really funny about the M word. And there's nothing funny about this subject matter at all, you know? And so the fact that he thinks this is funny says a lot about his mental state, you know? Shout out to the 5150 fans.
I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Seeing a child suck on their bottle and your mind go to fellatio, you are a disturbed human being. Seeing a child get rocked back and forth to comfort and your mind goes to bedroom positions, you are a disturbed human being. Calling a child a hoe for doing things that kids do is disturbing. You are a disturbed human being. This is not normal.
That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that. She has the urge to be satisfied. But ain't nobody gonna peep it. Corey bad. Corey bad. Everybody, Corey, did you hear what Corey said? The little girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a yes. And if it was more men in the house, the little daughters wouldn't be walking around with things preparing their jaw for hustle. Her jaw is being prepared.
Oh my God. He just called a 5-year-old a hooker. Jesus Christ. Yo, what the hell, bro? Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. I have a little story for you. I'm gonna end it, right? Because I can't do no more of this. I can't do it, bro. I can't watch any more of this. I can't do it. Like, this is so nasty, bro. This is freaky. This is like, anyway. So I was in the barber shop, right? It might not look like it, but I get a haircut, right? And the barber was going live, and there was one barber talking about sitting on a girl's face and she tickling, you know, its buttocks with her tongue, right? And he was going into detail with this, and he was really getting into it. And the funny thing about it was, right, because he acted it out and all that, right? the whole barbershop was like, yo, that's kind of, you on the fence, bro. You on the fence. And he was like, nah. The whole time in the background, they're Instagram live recording it. And in that moment, I was happy it was recorded, because it's important that we catch these weirdos, man. It's important that these weirdos have platforms so you know to avoid these like the way he was talking about it, like literally, if you had any food, if you were eating anything, you would have put it down and just throw it away because it was disgusting, right? It was just like this, but it was, they were both adults, but it was disgusting to hear, right? And I'm so blessed nowadays that people are recording themselves say these things, because you would never know that Corey Holcomb's into children. You would never know this because, normally comedians, right, they do movies and then they do stand-up. And so they never had an opportunity to like express themselves. But I'm glad he's doing this to let you know, if you are a 5150 fan, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and you need to evaluate yourself, because if you like this dude, something is wrong with you, right? Now, we know something's wrong with him because he said it. But if you like this dude after this, something is wrong with you. This is CJ. I'm back.